All right, Brian. I had a lot of pictures, more than what I realized. So I went ahead and did a video, and I'm going to upload this to YouTube. The quality of the video may not be that great, but I'm going to start off with the list here, and you recognize the people as I go through them, and I'll tell you what I do suspect. And out of the James family photos, and we're going to just run through the whole lineup. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and start with some photos that I got right here. This is the portrait of the brother, the other cabinet photo. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like that's Jessie, but it may not be. We got these. This was the pair of the two cabinetry photos. And then we have this photo. And that looks like him and his wife. I'm not sure which brother. But you can see it's got like a gray gloss to them or something. They're old. But and you said Esmeralda or Zelda. This is the photograph I have, and I believe the family may have changed their names, or they may have had a lot of names. Or this isn't his mom, but it says Priscilla Harrell, which actually, no, that does say Esmeralda. Okay, and then you said to look for a woman that would not have an arm. Well, I didn't realize it, and I thought this photo was funny a long time ago. If you look, she is missing an arm, and her other arm is behind her back to make it look appropriate, I would assume, for the photograph. And I saw more just like that. This one, she's missing an arm. It's just a overlap of the same photograph where they did a reverse. Uh, Here's another portrait. Like I was saying, I think it's the one I was picked up, but you can see that arm is not there. I have a photograph of the family in front of the house. Looks like Jesse, his brother, and his sister. I believe that's the James photograph. Here's a portrait of the James family. And this thing is faded and you can hardly see the faces on it. If you can see there, it's the whole family. This thing's pretty old. Here is one of the brothers on a horse, Jesse or Frank, I'm not sure. Looks like Frank, maybe. And it is a postcard photograph. That's only one of a few of those I got. Uh, Also, here's a portrait of Cecilia Nelson. And it says Malino 1814. And she's got her autograph on the back. So, and just to show that some of these other photographs, this is one of the lady that I identified out of the back. This is what's on the back side of the photograph that I showed you saw on eBay. And you can see definitely, as far as the mouth features, the nose, and the eyes, looks like somebody might have done a little hairdo up there, from the hat. I can see she's wearing a hat, it looks like there, and something up there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So definitely got a lock there for like identity. And then this one I showed you, definitely the same boy. And I'm telling you, this man right here looks a lot like that man, older. I know their family at least. Like I said, this is one table, and now we can go over to all these. Here's photographs of him and his sister. I'm not sure which brother when I say him. I have These are what I thought somebody said Ansel Adams or something. Maybe some of the first photographs ever made. But you can see the old farmhouse. And I got 3 sets of those. And here's where the boys are in front of the barn. Looks like maybe some of the actual gang in one of the photographs I have. I'll show you. And you see the horses and stuff like that. There's 3 photographs of these. And this is where it gets interesting. I'm not sure about these. These are old photographs of the farm, but these are the original plates. To you, they're just photographs, I know, as far as, but they're the actual photo plates for one of the prints of Van Gogh's ox cart. And you can see it's got real good details. The trees are reversed. You can see the horse and the buggy. You can actually see a few people standing back here, as well as in this one. And these are the original plates. So there's 5 photographs, 6 photographs. There's probably about 60 pictures here, I would say. Probably worth millions, but like I said, I know you're a buyer. I don't know. It's not my business as far as what you want to spend, but as far as busting up the lot, I have a lot of photos, and if you don't want some of them, you may recognize somebody in a photograph. Identification would greatly be appreciated. This lady right here looks like her, same lady. Now what's funny is her last name was Cox, Julia Cox, and well, I found out she's related to my family somehow, and I don't know, as far as, it's crazy. I traced down some lineage and descendants and our bloodline, and a lot of things matched up and hit close to home, but like I said, first cousins, second cousins, you never know, but it's pretty crazy. Coincidences. This looks like it's a school picture or a photo of a baseball team. And there is, yeah, it looks like a baseball team. See uniforms. There is men and women. The wives were in the picture too. Somebody said that it may have been the first baseball team photo ever, but I doubt that. This is an examination manuscript report card photograph of blank county, Bartholomew. Look who's right there. Looks like Jesse or Frank to me. And, well, I identify a lot of other people on the photograph. We got Ferdinand Ledger. We got Theo. We got Edgar Degas. We got C.E. Steele. We got Henry Matisse. We got, there's Degas. If it's not them, it looks a lot like him. We'll say that. But I will. But as far as, here is Nelson Rockefeller and his mother, and she's a Goodlander sister. And also I have photographs, and this is the random stuff coming up, because I'm not sure if it's tied in or related to the family. But as far as those other photographs and stuff, pretty sure, but if not, even then, like the farm and stuff, they're going to be worth some money. But give me just a second. Alright, I had to stop the dogs from barking there. This is another photograph I have. It's a double portrait. And I'm not sure who the gentleman is, but I know he's related to the, it looked like someone in history to do with Tesla, but I'm not sure. It actually looks like Miller from, because this guy's last name being Irwin Miller, I believe. And this guy's name, see, it says Duso Popov on the internet when I Googled it. Well, this guy is the real James Bond, codename Tricycle. And just the research, and it is autographed. See the double agent, AA Mansfield, double agent in the field. It's pretty interesting, really. It's kind of funny. It's like a pun. But that's an actual photograph. Probably the only one in existence that I'm aware of, at least signed, of the real James Bond, not the movie star. Let's see, go through some other photos. This is what's cool. This looks like Honus Wagner. This picture card, not saying it is, but I think it was used to make the Honus Wagner card. It has it says down, not the Hudson part. It says Tops right there in the corner. Chewing gum. Tops chewing gum right down in the bottom. T something. And then that's not the only one. This is one. And I found a Mickey Mantle card where he's holding a baseball bat. And if you look at this being a plate, it looks like he's holding a baseball bat in a glove right there. So this was definitely used in some kind of production for Topps cards. And I asked, and I found some stuff out, and they said back in the day they weren't really sure, like the people that was working, but I contacted the corporate, and yeah, they had photo cards. Like, it's just like today's in age, but instead of using metal, they used photograph cards. This is Oregon City, 1910 May. This is another photograph of a Topps card. And if you look, two guys on the steps, which is pretty cool. He's got a baseball mitt and a baseball bat. And he's got the baseball bat, I think, right there. But this is used in a card production. He's got a mitt in his hand, and he's got that. Let's go. Oh, and this is another one. This is a Topps T206 card. I found the face and everything, like the front part. Like, you see how it's pretty much a white card. But if you look right here, it's only this big and this wide. And, well, you can see the signature's right there. I mean, it's tiny, like where they use it on the card. That's just cool. That's Topps T206 printing plate. See, there's the T right there where it says Topps chewing gum. It's faded in there. That's kind of cool. And this one is a presidential autographed 8x10 photo with a certificate. Actually, it has a wooden Coca-Cola frame. You can see it's even painted. Like, this thing's old. This is signed by, I think it's Nixon. There's Farley, James Farley in here, and it's got there's 2 or 3 signatures on it. And if you look on the back, it says the Coca-Cola Export Corporation. Okay, and it says May 4th, 1948. And it says attached here to is the print of the photograph from a parade taken on St. Patrick's Day, May 4th, 1948. And it's signed from Mike O'Sullivan. And we have, it's signed as well from James Farley. He was the treasurer, I believe, for the United States at the time. And this was for an insurance company of farmers. But this is a piece of Coca-Cola history right here. And I've had a lot of people want to buy this, but I don't know what it's worth or the value, but it's very much genuine and real. I have a photograph of a Kennedy. I'm not sure which Kennedy. I have a photograph of somebody named McLowry. Leroy Glenn McLowry. This is really cool. It looks like a postcard, but it's a folded up piece of paper, and somebody drew this by hand. it is a masterpiece. Like, it's not a print, it's actually drawn and done by pencil and ink. It's magnificent, but I'm not sure if it's even worth anything. Not sure who this is in the photo, and the little girl, it's piano. Looks like a Walt Disney movie scene photograph. This is called a mint block book, and am I sure what this is? I tried to find it on the internet. I couldn't find it. It looks like it has the paper that they insert inside money when they make it, that wax strip. Not sure. We can go into pictures. I got some of the negatives from a few of those. This says 1773. I'm getting into some of the letters and documents now, so you can see the authenticity as far as age. Soldiers and Sailors Monument in downtown Indianapolis. Here is a postcard. I'm sure that looks familiar. Not sure who it was by, but I think it went with that ox cart series thing, you know. This is from 1829 to 1940. And this is going to sound crazy, but some of these things pertain to like letters, and if you get a microscope out, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. If you just look at the indentation, it's something worth looking at. Movie stars and stuff. This, I'm not sure who it is identified as. This looks like Marilyn Monroe before she ever dyed her hair, or Judy Garland one. Or it could be Shirley Temple, you know, I'm not too sure, but these are originals. This guy, I'm not sure who he is, never identified them yet. Another one, have not identified. And I haven't identified that one. This one, I'm not sure, but somebody told me they thought he might have been a baseball player. Here's a picture of Guy Madison. And I have a picture of Ronald Reagan. And these are like really thin too, by the way. They're not like, they're blank, but it's on like regular, some kind of regular paper. Here's another photograph of a little girl. Again, unidentified, not sure. And, well, I guess it's time to go ahead and pull out some of the letters here. This is the first letter I have, and it is addressed to Dear Son, or Stowe. And 1861. Okay. And it is Henry, or see, that's what I'm saying. This thing has some, I'm not gonna lie, it has some kind of encryption hidden in it, and the name is there. But Jessie James had many names, and this kind of says it has one of his many names. But hey, history's history, and I like Jessie James. That sounds pretty good to me. We'll leave it at that. Like I said, this video is just for you and me being honest with what you're seeing here. This is dated 1865. This is Harper's Ferry Landing. Now, this is key because we never knew what happened to Harper's Ferry during like the Civil War and the battle. Well, this is a letter home, Dear Children, and it is a couple pages, and it is signed and dated, and it's Greensburg, Indiana. It's 1865. This one is a two-part page where it's a smaller book. This one's dated 1861. And I'm not saying all these letters are complete, because you can see some of them Oh, bad off hotline. I mean, as far as I'm missing half of one of that one. I didn't find it all while I was there, but I found a lot of it. Here's some more letters and stuff. As far as being signed by, one was George Washington, the general or whatever is what my brother looked this signature up. He said his name is General George Washington, but it was a guy before the George Washington, the president. So whatever that's value is what would be worth. And here is the last letter I'm going to show you. As far as this one's dated like 1476. I know it sounds crazy. James Shakespeare. Henry William James Shakespeare. Oh, wait a second. No, that's impossible. But having a thought to myself, you see the holes in this thing. This thing is old. Stated William Henry Shakespeare. Greensburg, Indiana, though. That's just wow. See, I don't know though. 1776. And look at this. This signature. It says, "Your honest, honest." You see the H is missing. Abe. Your honest Abe. Oh my God! I got two signatures. This is one of the original pieces of the Declaration, I think. Because out of 25 copies that existed handwritten, every copy was signed by two signers. I've done some homework, but man, I just now noticed this. Your honest Abe. But see, these two people weren't signed at that time, so it doesn't make that signature plausible. Maybe that's James Pinkerton. But that signature, well, you'll know if it's Jesse's signature. Like I said, this, you come to your own conclusion. I know that this alone is worth 5 million as far as just signature, not including what the document is. Am I saying that's what I'll take for it? Honestly, I don't know. I've never inquired about it, but I don't know what you're working with and what you would like or what you think you can make off this, but I have a good feeling that it's going to go in the right hands. And I'll upload this video to the YouTube, and I'm getting ready to give you a call and let you know when it's done. I appreciate your time and effort, and you let me know what you'd like out of the bunch, and I'll let you know what I can do for you. But I'm going to leave it to you to make the first offer, and we'll go from there. As far as value wise, yes, I know it's absurd, but I'm not trying to get full value, not even half value. Just be fair with me is all I ask. And man, I'll do you right. I mean, what you see is what I got, and I'll try to send you some clearer photos if you need them. I don't have a real good phone right now, but it does have it is able to take these pictures and record this video for me. So this is just a little bit, and I even got some more stuff. I have some more cabinet photos and stuff somewhere. And if you do sell rare pictures and stuff, here's a photo of the artist Pablo Picasso and his sibling, but I have one that's got his sister Lola in it as well. So definitely interesting. And here's another one of him, and you can see somebody just did that one in reverse from that plate. But I have a bunch of them, man. And you just get a hold of me and let me know.